Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Caitlin Clark walked into Phoenix against Diana Taurasi in a game they were marketing as the Rook versus the GOAT. And not only did Caitlin Clark walk out of there with the win, not only did Caitlin Clark walk out of there 15 points, 12 assists, 9 boards, 1 rebound shy of a triple-double, but Caitlin Clark helped out an old friend. Caitlin Clark helped out an old, wily veteran, who some people may even consider the GOAT. Diana Taurasi. Nobody has ever watched a Diana Taurasi WNBA game more than this past Sunday. Folks, let me repeat that in case you didn't hear me correctly. Nobody has watched a Diana Taurasi played WNBA game more than this past weekend. 1.9 million views is the average amount of people that are watching this on ESPN, with 2.7 million peak viewership. Roughly plus 462% versus last year's regular season average on ESPN. One more time, 1.9 million people, give or take, at any given time, sat down and watched this game, with a maximum amount of 2.7 million people tuning in to watch this. Not as much as the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Indiana Fever, Dudley Boys, not more than that. But this is a solid number. This is a big number. This is a number that Caitlin Clark is used to. Sunday's Fever Mercury WNBA regular season game averaged 1.93 million viewers on ESPN, marking the fourth largest WNBA audience since Memorial Day 2001. The top four have come this season alone, all 4 games involving Caitlin Clark and the Fever. All 4 games involving Caitlin Clark and the Fever. Fever Mercury was the 9th WNBA game this season to average at least 1 million viewers. The league entered this season having gone nearly 16 years without a single 7-figure audience. The 9 games with 1 million viewers is the most in a single WNBA season since the league's final year with NBC in 2002. As one would expect, 8 of the 9 games to top the million viewer mark have involved Clark and the Fever. The exception was Sparks Aces on May 18th, which had a direct lead-in from the Indiana Fever against New York. One other non-Clark game finished just shy of the million viewer mark, and that is the New York Liberty Las Vegas Aces game. This is the most watched game in Diana Taurasi's career. One more time. Indiana's win was the most watched WNBA game ever to involve Phoenix great Diana Taurasi. Her previous most watched game, WNBA game, was her career debut against Connecticut in May 2004 with 1.4 million viewers. Back when, apparently, according to everybody, that back when cable was really big. Back when TV was in more people's homes. Caitlin Clark's debut did 2.1 million. 2.3 across all ESPN2, ESPN, Disney Plus. So yet people are cutting cable cords. Somehow, like I tell you consistently, Caitlin Clark seems to be allergic to the cable cording phenomena. You need a pair of safety scissors for Caitlin Clark. I'll let you guys have fun with that. These are the most watched WNBA games through June. From the beginning of the season to now. Let me know if you guys see a pattern here. I'll be quiet. Okay, done being quiet. Indiana, Las Vegas, Indiana, New York. Sounded like a little bit of a beat. Indiana. Song you'd sing in preschool, right? Caitlin Clark is bringing in the viewership. Caitlin Clark is bringing in the eyeballs. Caitlin Clark is having people sit down, pay attention, take notice. Folks, I did a little bit of digging. This is ESPN. This is Stephen A. Smith calling it like how it is. What, 7 months ago, 8 months ago, right as Caitlin Clark is on the cusp of breaking the NCAA women's scoring record. This is Stephen A. Smith saying, oh, she's box office. She's going to break every single record in short order. If you guys don't believe me, let's take a listen here.
Plum, Stephen A., to use your term that you love so dearly, how box office is Caitlin Clark?
I think she's spectacular. I think she's going to be the biggest box office attraction in women's basketball in short order. I know it sounds like I could be a bit biased. I had the pleasure, as I've told you on several occasions, of doing an interview with her. And when I was there with her on stage to do something with her, 10,000 people showed up. Yeah. This woman is special.
That's all you need to hear, folks. 10,000 people showed up to listen to a Stephen A. Smith, Caitlin Clark interview. Not only do Iowa Hawkeyes fans travel well, Caitlin Clark fans travel well, Kate Martin fans travel well. You're going to see the Las Vegas Aces T-Mobile Arena be packed with Las Vegas Aces, Iowa Hawkeyes, Indiana Fever fan. It's going to be packed. In case you guys were curious, why didn't I make an Indiana Fever making the Las Vegas Aces move it into the T-Mobile Arena? Well, I got a question for you guys, actually, because the first time they played wasn't in the Michelob Ultra Arena. So my question to you is, why now? What changed? What changed in our thought process? Because we know damn well the demand then is just as big, if not greater, than what it is now. You're telling me that couldn't have sold out the T-Mobile Arena then? Or was there some secret things going on? Because Angel Reese already was slated for the T-Mobile Arena. That was already in the works, but they decided to put the Caitlin Clark game in Michelob Ultra Arena. Doesn't get by me. That didn't escape me, folks. I'm still thinking about that. You tell me, why do you think that is? Did they try to prove a point, and then through proving a point, they realized, man, we just left, $1 million on the table? Maybe we should have went to T-Mobile Arena. You know what? We'll do that next time. It's the Ben Daniel Podcast where we're calling a spade a spade. Caitlin Clark continues to bring eyeballs to the WNBA. Despite people ignoring her, despite WNBA media ignoring her, greatness can be denied. Eventually, we will all realize that not only is Caitlin Clark going to bring people to the seats, but she's going to show out as well. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. This is the Ben Daniel Podcast. I appreciate all of you guys for coming by, checking out, subscribing, commenting. Please keep that conversation going in the comment section. Have a good day. We're in the venue tonight, folks. We're in the venue tonight. I'll see you there. Take it easy.